All right, you're on.
There are many kinds of illegal drugs that people use for pleasure. For instance, marijuana, K2, and acid and cocaine are the prevalent illegal drugs that people that are used worldwide. But can you imagine there's a kind of stimulants that is three times as powerful as cocaine, and the users can get addicted to it after the first or second try. So in my presentation, I'll introduce some basic causes, effects, and solutions about the most powerful, addictive, and dangerous drug, methamphetamine. So commonly, methamphetamine is simply called meth, and it has a lot of street names like ice, crystal, or speed. And meth, the most common form of meth is meth powder, and depends on the purity. The powder, the color of the powder can be either white or yellow. There are multiple ways to take meth, and people can get high on meth by swallowing, injecting, smoking, or snorting it. So many people may want to ask that why meth is so addictive. How does it work to get its users addicted? Here I'm going to explain you how it works to get its users addicted. According to the article, Why is Meth So Addictive? The author introduced that at the beginning, the users can make their decision to take meth consciously, but because the decision is made by the part of the brain that controls voluntary actions. But after several tries, the part of the brain that makes the decision to take meth transfers to an entirely different part of the brain, which controls involuntary actions like breathing. So once you're addicted to meth, your brain will keep sending you a message saying you need to get more of it. Moreover, meth is the high of meth lasts much longer than other stimulants. For instance, a quarter gram of meth can keep the user high for 12 hours straight, and while the effects of cocaine can only work for 2 hours. Next, I will introduce the effectiveness of using meth. And the article, The Deadly Effects of Meth, states that when meth is taken, it floods your brain with dopamine. It's the chemical that produces pleasure and makes you feel happy. And when people take meth, your body will release 10 times its normal level of dopamine, and your body can produce dopamine when you eat something tastes good or listen to the music that you like. Additionally, it causes your body to release adrenaline, which gives you energy, and when once it's released, you'll feel you're stronger and more energetic. Taking meth also makes the user to lose their appetite, feel panic, cause loss of memories, and increase blood pressure and body temperature. And users can always experience hallucination, which means they can feel or see things that don't even exist. In the long term, taking meth damages the human body profoundly. For example, it can cause permanent damage to blood vessels of brain and heart. And it hurts livers, kidney, and lung. And that may also cause severe tooth decay and increased heart rate. The increasing of blood pressure can also lead to heart attacks, strokes, and death. So if meth is so dangerous, why do a lot of teenagers and young adults take meth? And how did they get started? According to the article, why do teens take drugs? Reported by that is reported by Health 24. The author said many addicts started taking meth in their teens. And the interesting thing is the majority of those teenagers, they don't start out taking meth in order to get high. Sometimes they just want to have fun, make friends, or try to be a risk taker. So other reasons are there are other reasons. That could be stress relief, curiosity, or relief of boredom. Oh, and the result of the 2000 Monitoring the Future survey reported that a surprising percentage of high schools a surprising percentage of high school seniors had taken meth at least once. And another thing is a terrible statistic that shows 33% of teens and young adults think there's no risk in trying meth once or twice. So it's a huge number of them, and once they are started, it's really difficult to stop. So let's move on to the next topic, the difficulties in quitting. As I said earlier, when users are addicted to meth, they often cannot control themselves to stop taking it, because the demand of taking drug is involuntary. Besides this reason, there are a couple more troubles that make quitting difficult. For example, the article methamphetamine highly addictive and highly dangerous, which is published by the National Clearing House for Alcohol and Drug Information, states that when addicts stop taking meth, they will experience irritability and frustration and anxiety, and also experience hallucination or delusions that make addicts feel that they have insects crawling on their skin, and they may have intensive cravings for meth. So that could be the reason that only 50% of addicts can successfully quit taking meth, and after the quitting, it takes up to 2 years to get the brain completely recovered. So on the screen. As you can see on the screen, my solutions to this serious problem are education and rehabilitation centers for teenagers who have never tried meth, and the schools and parents they are responsible for their education about meth. They should let those young people understand the severe negative consequences of trying meth, and they should also let them know the profound damages to their body. So when the next time those young people, when the next time they try, they attempt to take meth, they will think it twice, and they will think it was worth it. For meth addicts, they should volunteer to go to rehabilitation centers in order to quit permanently. Because methamphetamine is the most addictive drug, and it's really hard to quit individually. And the rehabilitation centers should provide their patients proper treatments and efficient counselings, and give those patients hope to the future. To summarize, I would like to emphasize the seriousness of meth abuse in young people, and it has been a big problem. It has been a big problem that causes health issues, high percentage of crime and death. If the government doesn't put more effort on solving this problem, the amount of meth addicts will definitely increase. It's over. Questions? Sorry, too long.
So one question, because we're running behind.
Okay. So after he gets addicted, how he can get the